let's start recording. Thank you, guys. We are recording. So, dollar rand seems to be in this channel. You've got hidden divergence. What are we doing? A trend continuation short. A bit of a double bottom here, which would be a cause for concern. This would be dollar weakness, rand strength. Don't know about that. Is this a strong horizontal? We kind of would hope so. It does give you 8 out of 10. I know you're very good with your scoring. Risk 0.25%. Yeah. My concern, mate, is just the fundamentals and the double bottom here, but technically it does look good, and that's kind of reasonable. So there's a pattern like this, made a pretty good run down. There's no real strong support in the way now, however, and if it breaks the last swing low, what do you think of the chances of it going down to 10? Well, as I said, my concern is that double bottom. This does seem to be a bit of support. Quite a large support there. Across here, whatever that is at 10.2. So and we've got that double bottom off that as well. So that's my point of concern on this one, mate. Yeah, you're looking at this pattern here, and I had to run down. You could be right, but 0.25% is probably valid at this stage. So to your next one, Aussie Swiss. This is the 4 hour. You had that little cycle above that, yeah. That looks pretty good. You've got that hidden divergence there. That's exactly what you're kind of looking for when you're trading 4 hours. We know there's an established trend in the daily. Did it pull back that much on the 4 hour? Interesting. Okay, that's the larger move in the daily. I know what you're looking at. Aussie Swiss. So it's this run here. That's the kind of setup you were looking at. And yeah, you could have been going in there. Did not give an opportunity to 4 hour setup. However, the Aussie Swiss did. Please let me know. I remember saying to you guys on Wednesday that the daily didn't give us an opportunity on the Aussie Swiss like the Euro Aussie did, in that there was still sellers prevalent. But the Aussie Swiss was lots of sellers. So I did say go and look at the shorter time frame. And this is what you're looking at here. This is buyer bar. Yes, it's inside, but there's still buying prevalent there, and you could have left your order there with your stop here. Price obviously ran down, then ran back up and got you in. So that's the kind of thing that you're looking at. The Euro Kiwi looks like it might be setting up. Which way? I think the Kiwi is done and dusted. So I don't know if this is going to. It is a ring high at the moment, but I think the euro dollar itself may sort of retrace back up to these levels here, whilst the Kiwi, I think, is gone. It's might get a pullback here, which is not as far as what the euro's got to go before it's going to make its way home further south. So I don't know how strong this setup is going to be. Also looks good. It's not really ideal. again, I'd probably be putting a small amount of risk on it, not a huge amount of risk if it does go. It's not something that I'll be trading. But yeah, that 4 hours is a good setup. Can you elaborate on the fundamentals to the dollar rand? The dollar rand, it's fundamentally the US is getting stronger. Yes, their GDP missed by a minor amount last night, but I don't see that as a huge huge contributing factor to price action. I prefer to be long the US dollar than long the rand. They're about to go back into a recession. The only thing that's going to possibly send this further south is if the US does have another bad quarter, but we're not going to find out for another 3 months, or that the US stock market tanks, and even if the US stock market tanks, then the US dollar is going to get reasonably stronger, because their money will be flowing into bonds. They won't be going into South Africa. So I prefer to be short the rand, which means this would be going up. Okay. Advice, please. Have I missed one? Euro Kiwi, yeah, okay. 0.25% risk, yeah. High test bar, yeah. It does look pretty good, but I don't know about it. I say that and things can go. It's not always right. So trade what you guys, what you're seeing technically, and technically that's a sell. Okay, Kiwi Swiss. This is like the Euro Kiwi, isn't it? It's just upside down. You got your fib in the right place, yes. I presume this is a decent horizontal support. Yep, those highs there look like it could be reasonable. This is not enough information on here. Again, like the Euro Kiwi, this is the upside down of that. There certainly is a tradable technical setup there. Yeah. And your analysis is good. You're above both EMAs, support, convergence, hidden divergence, yeah, and everything's there. Cool. 9 out of 9. Euro US, what was this one? Technia scored this. Okay. Received an email alert from the live trading floor, and I checked the pair. It looks like setting up to go long, but I want to confirm with you. That was someone trying to do a phase 2 trade on the euro dollar. I think it was 2 days ago, wasn't it? On this bar here, it wasn't really divergence at that point. We have divergence now, but we don't have any buying. So looks like it's setting up to go long. Yeah, not yet though. You need a strong horizontal. You need to have the Fibonacci extensions, and you need to have divergence. So if you have a look at extensions, you're in the area that you need to be. Even if you go down to there, you just tag the 1.272, but you certainly got the Fibonacci as to support the long trade. What you didn't have 3 days ago was divergence. You have that now as of yesterday's bar. So this morning you have divergence, but what you don't have today is buying action. You've got huge selling action here, more selling action here. We don't yet have buying action. And is there a horizontal level around here that's worthy of calling it a strong support? No, not really, is there? You go to the monthly, no. So I think it's a sort of a line ball situation, that one, and I'd be staying clear of it. I looked at the Euro Kiwi, but as the US dollar, Euro US has been overcooked on the RSI and is currently at the 200. Looks like it could pull back. Yeah, I think the Euro could pull back. I don't want to trade it though because I don't see any strong horizontal. I'll be waiting to get a short trade on the Euro rather than trying to trade it long. What about Draghi's announcement next week? What would happen if he does the easing? It would fall. Yes, it will. So I presume it's going to. Well, I would think it'd rally a bit until Draghi speaks, but next week is a huge week for data. Monday we've got all the PMIs. Tuesday we've got RBA, some more PMIs, RBA, some more PMIs and CPI. Wednesday you got a whole bunch of more PMIs. You got trade balance figures. You got the Canadian monetary policy. And Thursday, we've got the Aussie trade balance and UK and Euro monetary policy, and this is when Draghi's going to talk and probably do something. So we've got till Thursday night for the Euro to put in a bit of a rally that will give us a shorting opportunity. And after Thursday, on Friday, we've got Canadian and US unemployment. So a huge week for data next week, which will hopefully give us some opportunities to get into the marketplace on something like the Euro. Okay, dollar yen. Yeah, so what do I think of this one? Went through that. Wasn't a fan, and the trade failed. The trade failed. It got stopped out for a loss. Dollar yen. Continuation short. Okay. Lower highs, lower lows. Yes. EMA resistance. Yes. Horizontal resistance. Okay. 102.09. That's miles away from the price action. 102.09, sorry, 102.09. You haven't got it in there. You've written it, but you haven't got it in there. I'll have a look and see what I can see at that price. RSI convergence, fib retracement. Yep, 786, good. Trendline resistance, yes, good. Support in the way. Ooh, that one I'd question. Hidden divergence, yes. Seasonal bearish, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'd question the horizontal resistance at 102.09 and certainly question the support because you've got these lows across here, either there with that red line there, or you've got this around here 100.8, let's call it. But you've got something at 102.09 around here. And I don't. It's pretty. It's a soft. Yeah, I'll give you it. It's a soft one, but it's there. I can see it. A couple of turning points here. I can see that, but it is a soft one. So the biggest concern is your risk reward on this. Had you gone in yesterday after seeing that seller bar, you're risking sort of 60 pips. This is 70 pips away. Or even this one, which is 40 pips away. I suppose time will tell. I'm wondering if you took that. And what did you risk on it? 0.3%. My risk reward is 0.3. Okay, it doesn't tell me what you risked on it. Look, if it does get through that support, I think your target's going to be taken out. If it does get through support, you're probably looking at, gets through here, you're probably looking at 100, the nice round number. So that's 150 pips away. Okay, Aussie dollar long. Euro Kiwi, no go now, not worth the risk. Euro Kiwi, no go. Look, it's, as I said, it's the same as this one upside down. Technically, it's set up, and technically, I prefer to be short euro than anything else. And this is setting up. I just think that between now and next Thursday, we might see a little bit of a rally. I could be totally wrong on that. It could be, excuse my French, but shit itself from here on in. I think the Kiwi's got more downside in it than the euro does, though. The Kiwi's only just touched, oversold, and it's broken through this. I emailed out today, in my report today, that triple bottom sort of action there broke through that, and I think it might come up and test it, but I don't think it's going to get through it before it will come down and test the 200 or tag the 200, whereas the euro is overdone, got divergence, everything there except for major support line. This says that there's more upside, there's a little bit more upside than there is more downside to go. I certainly believe there is more downside to go, but that's over the next 2 or 3 weeks, especially if Draghi does do something, you'll be looking at $1.32. But between now and when he does talk, I think there might be a little bit of buying in it. That's just my a look at what's going on in the marketplace rather than looking at the technicals. So technically, this is fine. Fundamentally, don't know. Euro dollar, Aussie dollar long. Strong level of horizontal, RSI divergence, range trade long. Range trade long. Okay, flat EMAs, yes you do have. RSI divergence. Oh, look, I don't think so. Aussie dollar, RSI divergence. You'd say there's divergence across here. We're getting the same low, but this is after your trade or after your call. Well, even there you could say it's the same low as that low, and RSI was higher. That's on that day, isn't it? If you look at that on this day here, RSI is a higher low. So you could say there was divergence there, and that there is a range trade. What your risk reward on this would be interesting. Where's your target? You don't have it. Oh, you do. Risking entry 89, 70 pips for 110 target. Okay. Risk reward 1.6. 94. Okay, look, that's a fair call. I don't know about this divergence here. I wouldn't be looking at that. What you need to see when you're looking at range trading and or trend reversals, you need to see reversal divergence out of the move that it's currently on, not the previous cycle. So you need to see it out of this move here rather than from this cycle to this cycle. You need to see the divergence in the current move. So you've seen it here. There's no class A across those 3 lows, but after this bar, you certainly do have that RSI divergence, and you're just waiting for bullish price action. So that's a fair call. I wouldn't be trading it, but hey, you're making money and I'm not. Well done. And to your euro dollar long, no divergence. Class C, no, that's clearly a lower low. That's not class C. It's clearly a lower low. It stands out like the proverbial dogs. So where you're wanting to see divergence, or Class C is almost there. So you've got RSI here of 14, there it's 15, so excuse me, here it's 1503, here it's 16, so it's 1.10, 1.1 pip higher in RSI. So that's across those bars there, you've got clear divergence. Yeah, it's Class A, minor Class A divergence, but still no buying. And what you didn't have here, it's an engulfing bar. I hope you didn't get into this, the engulfing bar. Must have been this bar here. Looks a little different in the E-signal. So you wouldn't have got in, thankfully. Okay. Yeah. That's good, but you do have it now. All you need to see is buying. And patience might give us that. Remember, it was a holiday in Europe last night. Okay. You guys all still there? I hope so. Excuse me. Cool. Thanks, guys. Someone asked me what the why the Aussie moved so quickly the other day, and then found the reason himself online. It was a combination of capex. Yes, it was a weaker headline figure, but they looked into it and saw that the projected spending is a huge increase. Combine that with the China had bounced down, the Chinese currency had bounced, all pointed towards a stronger Aussie. And so you can see this here was the Chinese getting stronger, a double top there. Geez, I haven't noticed that. That's a good. I haven't looked at the Chinese for a while. Attractive. I'd have a think about that. Yeah, so he worked it out. That's fabulous. What else was there? Count. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Done that one. All right. Let me just clear these emails out. Move. Okay. This gentleman got stopped on the Euro Yen. Stopped out on the Euro Yen. Yeah, phase 2 trading can be tricky. For half, 0.06 of a loss. That was good. It was well managed. Moved the stop on the Euro Pound. That should be going pretty well. That you got a high test bar. You should be moving it now as well. But you had 2 consecutive buyer bars. You could have moved it there. I'd certainly get it to break even at least. Now that you've got this high test bar. Happy not to have taken the Kiwi yesterday. Your MACD worked well for you. Well, that's good. Although you wouldn't have got in anyway, so it's sort of a moot point. Dollar Yen setting up short. CAD Yen setting up short for a range reversal. You're not going to take on the Bank of Japan. That's probably a good idea. Dollar Rand short, high test. We've looked at the dollar rand. Euro CAD long, trend reversal. Yeah. There's divergence. No sign of buying. I got out of that 50 pips too early. Damn it. That's what you get when you trade the 4 hour. Traded this and got out over here. Yeah, about 50 pips far too early. You're off to Kiwi. Okay, cool. Euro, Aussie, Euro, Pound. Euro, Aussie, Euro, Pound. Let's have a look. Euro Aussie. Yeah, this is all looking good. 25th of May, 5 days ago, you traded this. Fabulous. Horizontal, this trend line, resistance. Wasn't there? I thought there was. Euro Aussie. If you join these two trend lines, or these two highs, you've got trend line resistance. Support in the way, correct, not much. Bearish chart pattern, yes, seasonal, both flat, okay. Awesome. And as I said, those guys who were probably missed the recording, I moved my stop to just above these highs, having two consecutive seller bars. Yeah, that's you've got two consecutive seller bars there. This is quite a large seller bar, gives me the opportunity to move my stop to just above these highs here. But the target's still down there. So that's good. Good analysis. I'd just say the trend, yes to trend line resistance. Fibs right. Everything's all honky-dory. Don't know about this trend line, or if we need to see that. But yeah, all good. And your Euro pound, yeah, divergence noticed, buying action, good. Your target, remember that you need to amend this target. Fibonacci. Your fib seems a little random. Okay. For Fibonacci resistance, you should be looking at the last previous uptrend. So we do that. And we can see the 1.618 was Fibonacci support. And you're targeting the 50, so you should be moving your EM to the EMA each time. But there's your ring low. Some people looked at this as a ring low and went in. Certainly you could have gone in under there on top of that one as well and been A-OK. But now with this high test bar, you should get your stop to break even. Worst case scenario. Okay, so just your fibs, just check with your fibs the last previous uptrend or phase two. These three bars I don't consider much of a, it is kind of a cycle, but it's not really strong enough for us to warrant putting a Fibonacci on. Yeah. Put it there, you got the 2.618, but I don't think that's really a valid fib. So the last previous uptrend, you could even go to that one there and get the 1.272, but I'd be more inclined to say, well, there's a phase, there's a complete phase. Let's measure that one. Okay. So just be a little careful with that. Otherwise, everything is good. Okay. I'll deal with you later. Someone's asked about the trading the Singapore dollar. From my analysis earlier in the week, provide some fundamentals. I don't know much about the Singapore. I've got a heap of mates there who trade for a living in prop trading. Other than that, I really don't have much of an idea of what goes on in Singapore. I know they do a lot of refining, so I really can't comment on the fundamentals. But if you come in here and just have a look at bring up Singapore and have a look at how they're performing, you might get a bit of a feel of what they're on about. I don't really follow the Singapore currency or their economy. I've got enough on my plate with all the other economies that I do follow. So Kiwi yen daily 4 hourly. This is nice. Who's this? Kiwi yen 4 hour charts. Okay. So you've got this retested this support line and saying that this is going to be looking into a new phase one, and you're targeting here. Okay, that's all pretty good. Lower highs, lower lows, yeah. Below the moving averages, we're not below both, correct, cool. EMA resistance, yes. Horizontal, absolutely. RSI convergence, yep. Bearish price action, fib trend line, correct. Support, a bit of a support there. I see that you've highlighted that, okay. So 6 out of 12, but it's a valid trade setup. Now you're looking at the 4 hour and you got a cycle there. You've got the Fibonacci. Just let's have a look at this. I'll just put my fib either this one or this one, and we might get that tag of the 50 to make it a little bit stronger. I wouldn't necessarily have that trend line because I'd go to the high of that trend line. But you got the EMA resistance, everything's there. That looks pretty good. I like that. Good pickup. Let's have a look at what the Fibonacci would do if you changed it to that. Wow, when did you send this to me? You sent this on Wednesday. So it was across here. Wonder if you took this, because that was good. So you're looking at this time zone here, and you had your Fibonacci from there to there, and you just missed the 50. But if you'd gone to there, which is the first close under the 50 EMA, you've got that nice 50. And I dare say if you come to this one, no, okay, I was going to say 618, but there's your first close under the 50. And so that's your nice 50 EMA support. Just trying to work out if you got in here or in here. In there, okay. Good one. And then you maybe stop above that reversal bar, or you got 2 consecutive seller bars you're in. And you're moving your stop, the reversal bar, then another reversal bar, and you're probably out after this bullish reversal bar here. If you're not, then your stop should certainly be above this here. And so, what did you get? So, risk 50 pips and you would have walked away with 57. So, 1-to-1 risk reward. It's not bad for a 4-hour trade. It went for about a day and a half. Nice work. And the daily is getting close to overdone. I wonder if that's near that support line. Where's that support line you had? There's a good setup. I like this. What was that? 86.40. Okay, went through 86. This support line here. Cool. Technicals on dollar Sing. Would you count the move since April as 1 or 2 cycles under the 50? If 2, then we're seeing lower highs, so not a downtrend. Dollar Sing, technically, let's have a look. Dollar Sing. No, I'd say that's a double bottom. You'd say there's just looking at it like that, that's a mess, isn't it? I'd say this cycle here, so there's 1 cycle made a new low, 2 cycles, 3 cycles failed to make a new low. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Okay, delving into Tuesday. Tuesday emails. Do you currently have a target on the Euro Aussie? Yeah, I do. There. Okay, this is good. I like that. Aussie Swiss. This is from Tuesday. And this is looking at the 4 hour. Okay. I'm not sure if you got this in the recording on Wednesday or not, but this 4 hour trade, you need to see the cycle above the EMA. So we had a look at this when somebody else was looking at this. You need to see that 4 hour to the cycle above the EMA. You're looking at it back here, I think. Oh no, that's daily. What am I talking about? You're looking at it here. Yeah. It hasn't done the cycle above the 4 hour at this point in time. Now it's done the cycle, and now you're looking at this little ring low here for your entry, okay? And you'll be doing your analysis on that, saying, okay, bounce off the 786, put my order in here, and away we go. Inside bar, reversal bar, low test, but it's still reversal bar. So your stops under there, 2 buy bars, your stops under here. Yep. So this one you're looking at it, fibs all over the place, but you, I think that's because you hadn't got that cycle above the EMA yet. Had you waited for that cycle, you would have got a more efficient entry. Okay, Aussie Swiss. Again, covered this one quite a bit. The Fibonacci is good. You're above the moving average, yes. So no, you put a question mark because you're not above both of them. Good. Support, yes. Horizontal support. RSI convergence, yes, it is. It is convergent. Hidden divergence, borderline, but I'd say no. What we didn't see though was the buying action. You know, we'll look at this and say, well, expected to see buying above around here. I've got seller bar, seller bar, seller bar. Now I've got a buying bar. You could potentially look at it then, but once you would have put your order above here, didn't get triggered in, take your order off because it's a seller bar. Another seller bar, you know, don't replace the order. You get a buyer bar. You could replace the order or then be patient. So then you're looking at, you know, coming in here for 100 pip stop. Or you wait at that point in time, it's around here, you wait for that cycle on the 4 hour, and now you're looking at, 40 pip stop, and is up here at one time you risk with your stops being trailed behind 2 consecutive buy bars. Yep. So just be careful. You've got to see the intention of the market there. Euro dollar. We've covered this one a bit. Did you put in a take profit stop in the 4 hour and 60-minute trades? Do I? Yeah. Sometimes. Depends on the trade. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. It'll. If the daily is getting towards the end of the of its move, towards the end of its phase one, like it's at the 1.272. Or RSI is, for example, here RSI is getting up towards 80. You might, look to put a target in, say, this previous high, or something like that on the 4 hour. You might go, well, it's pretty stretched here anyway. I might put a target here because the daily is about to get overdone as well. Or if it's at the 1.272 or something like that, that's where you, even if you're on the shorter time frame, you would potentially have a target. Euro dollar, you think this is going higher in terms of a trend continuation? I'd argue against the fact, but that's just me, not because I'm contrarian, it's just I don't think fundamentally it's got the legs in it. And I don't think this trend line is really much of a strong thing. You're just looking at, I think you're just looking at the 200. EMA and saying, well, that's what it's bouncing off. And you've only got a few yeses here. Hidden divergence. Well, yeah, I really don't think this is a strong look. Dollar CAD short. Again, fundamentally, I think this is going to be range bound, but it's certainly giving us lower highs, yep, and lower lows, yeah. You've got a ring high here, and this suits all your analysis is all fine, and I can't fault it. It's just I don't know if fundamentally it's going to be all that strong. So there's nothing wrong with your analysis. Nothing that I can see. Only 50, so you're not giving that a point. Bearish chart pattern. I'd like you guys to say what the chart pattern is, because I don't know, why you say this is. You just say yes, but what is the bearish chart pattern? And when we're talking about bearish chart patterns, we're looking at descending triangles, head and shoulders. All those either trend reversal or range reversal price actions. Trend reversal or continuation patterns that we went through in the book. That's what we're talking about. So I'd like you to point out which pattern that you're saying yes to. Hidden divergence. No, I wouldn't say there's hidden divergence there. This high here has to be higher than that high there in RSI for there to be hidden divergence. Dollar yen long range trade. Yep, I think a lot of us took this. And class C, yeah, look, it's all there. Good. Euro pound, yes, definitely. This was a good trade, and looking okay. But your stop should now be in at risk free. Okay, that euro dollar that I just discussed, mate, I really want you to avoid worrying about those email alerts. Just focus on seeing the setups that we went through. And if an email alert comes out that that says, okay, we're going to short the Kiwi, and you get an email alert saying, IG is giving us a shorter Kiwi, well, that's fabulous. But I don't want you going, oh, there's an IG, I should go and have a look at this. I want you doing the work first and saying, well, there's every reason for me to take this trade, and then all of a sudden one of the traders at K2A say, hey, there's an IG there as well. You go, you beauty, that just makes it even stronger. Dollar Sing is also in a pennant formation. Cool. Do you take profit yet into this? So for Euro Aussie, you're aiming for the 1.618 fib. For my Euro Aussie, yeah, where's my Euro Aussie? I've lost my Euro Aussie. All right. Yes, I'm going for the 1.618. So there's the Fibonacci, and my target's just in front of the 1.618. But I did take a third of my profit off this morning at the close of this bar, and have moved my stop to just above that. So I'm just locking some profit in, just in case that the market, and the reason I did that is because the euro is looking a little like it could turn, and Aussie, I don't know what the hell's going on with the Aussie, it's rallying for some reason. They think CapEx is a good idea to get busy on. Yeah. Anyway, so that could just ruin the trade, so I'm just locking profit and closing, tightening stops, but my target is, yes, just in front of the 1.618. Aussie Swiss trend bounce, higher highs, higher lows, cyclicity. Yeah, your trend line's not that crash hot there, but yes, that's true. You're entering in there, you take profit there. It's about 1-to-1 by the look of it. We've covered this quite a few times, so I need to see, just on this, I need to see more than these four things, right? I want to see where there's no Fibonacci on this chart. You don't have, I don't know what this green is, maybe that's where current price action is. You don't have a horizontal level on there. All these things that you need to have on there are not there. You just, yeah, right, I need a bit more work done. Your checklist, I want to see you going through your checklist and putting your checklist on this. It doesn't have to be on this. It can be as a separate document, and you email it to me as a separate document, but I want to see a bit more work being put into making that trade decision. Lucky that it came off on this occasion. CAD Swiss. Ring low there. I'm not sure why you've got this fib here unless you're looking for a target. There's not much on here. Let's have a look at your email. Email says, this is my first attempt to do some analysis, and then a link in a chart I've been looking for at CAD Swiss. I chose this pair because it just appealed to me both on fundamentals and technicals. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm 100% behind you on that one. I'd just like your comments regarding my trend line, horizontals and fibs. Okay. Well, trend line's fair, but it doesn't contribute to this trade. Horizontal is certainly fair across this high here. That can be resistance, now support. Fibonacci doesn't mean diddly to me at this point. The only reason you draw that is if you're looking for a potential target. Volumes on here you can get rid of. MACD you can get rid of. You either use RSI or use MACD, get rid of the other one. And I think RSI is cleaner and it's simpler to see. So this trend line doesn't contribute to your checklist, which I don't see, by the way. I need to see your checklist. So if I was to do an analysis on that at that time, that's like the Euro CAD, right? And I traded that ring high on the Euro CAD on the 4-hour, but out far too early. So let's go and have a look at the CAD Swiss. You're looking at this ring low. You've got this horizontal, which is a fair call. Yep. You can't say you've got a trend line continuation because you're not above it. You can't say moving average because you don't have a moving average support. But they're not must-haves. Must-haves are buying, horizontal, and higher highs, higher lows. Well, again, you could say you've got a higher high and a higher low. So this is a retest of a break of support resistance. So these are all good, strong reasons to have a look. And the Fibonacci, I would do that, and therefore we don't have any Fibonacci support. So you've only got about 4 reasons to get into this trade. 4's enough, but it's pretty weak. And that's why I went to the 4. Personally, I went to the 4-hour on the Euro CAD. Give me a few more reasons to get into the trade. The trend was certainly established, and then we're just looking to jump in and participate on the shorter time frame, which I did on the Euro CAD. So my entry was on the swing high here on the 4-hour and took this lower. I got out around here somewhere way too early. Was it here or here? Somewhere around here. Around 48.15 I got out. Less 60 pips on the table. That's all right. We got about 110 pips out of the trade, so we're not complaining. Okay, so that's all the emails for today. For the month, end of the month, not yet the end of the quarter, so won't be paying this month, but we'll certainly be looking at those who have been performing. And if you're on unhedged, I'll be sending an email out saying, would you like to go to hedged? And those who haven't been performing, well, you're still on unhedged. It's been a reasonable month, some good opportunities, and so I think there should be probably better performance than there has actually been. Look at here, what's this? Trend line on the euro pound. Fibonacci is good. Yep, that's a good place to put your fib. Divergence. Whoever sent me this is good. Okay, and that one we've covered. Rightio. One other thing I'm looking at. This is obviously run now, thanks to the Kiwi shitting itself. Aussie going the other way. Is I'm waiting for a retest of this. Now that it's broken that resistance line, I'm looking for the retest of it. It was pretty. You would not, whilst in hindsight, you could say, oh yeah, there's a nice ring low. That would have been a good entry. Bullshit. You weren't getting higher highs and higher lows. You could not have said that. So and there wasn't any sort of strong support level to trade off this. So hindsight says yes, good trade. I say you're having a laugh at yourself if you believe that. But I'm waiting for a retest either on the 4 hour or the daily of this horizontal level area here, so I can participate in this because I think it is going higher. Yeah. I think that lunch might be mine after all, mate. Are you online? Are you not online today? Okay. Why don't you bet me a dinner on whether this is going to get to $1.12 or $1.05 first. Oh, I want that in. Well, I'll take it out. I want that in there. Thanks. Okay. Could you remind us how to actually scale out? First time I'm doing so. Scaling out is a matter of double-clicking on the volume button, volume column. So, for example, let's have a look. We double-click on this, yeah, on the size, and it allows you to trade at reduce your volume. So you can say whatever you put in there. If I say sell 13, it says sell 13, and it'll leave me with 80. Okay. So you work out what you need to just double click on the size column and you can do that. Okay. That's about it for the week, guys, and the month. There's only one next week of these Q&As. I've made a couple of days off. And then I'll be in Sydney for the boot camps the following week. But next week is huge in terms of news. As I said, be aware of them. Be careful of them. Monday's all the massive PMIs, and then you've got central banks left, right and centre for the rest of the week, and finishing off with non-farm payrolls. So a very large week in news. But I'll be doing my report just on the Wednesday is the only Q&A webinar we've got. So I shall speak to you then. Otherwise, email me. You guys have a great weekend.